Okay, everybody, you know the drill. Zani is finally out. The character that we have all been waiting for all this time. Zani herself. Ever since rinascita's cast was first initially revealed, pretty much everybody and their mother had eyes for Zani. And honestly, I myself have been looking forward to her for a very long time. So, without further ado, let's trial her, and then let's get into the polls. Ascendant Aces, let's go. Let's see what this is gonna be all about. Heck yeah, cannot wait. Her alternate form looks incredible. So, alright, let's see. Interesting. Okay,
Is that the
cool.
alarm? Alright, time to work.
Such a good voice, dude. Alright, let's get down to business. Let's get down to business and see how this works. Alright, we'll use Phoebe here. Be my salvation! Alright, just apply some Frazzle here. And then Zani.
I don't have all day.
You don't have all day? Well, then let's get these enemies out of the way. That rhymed unintentionally. Okay. Okay, well that was over quickly. That was over quickly. But goodness me, take a look at that model. That's crazy, dude. How long does this last? Is this like a permanent mode that you can have on? No, okay, look, it does fade away. It does fade away. Incredible, though. I have to say, also, her character model is just, wow. It's so detailed. Look at the textures on the shirt and everything. All right. Now, we've seen a little bit of what we can do, of what she can do. A little bit of a snippet. So, with that being said, now we need to get her. Okay, so in terms of pity, I have about 40, and I'm sitting on a guarantee. I did do some polls before this video, actually, but not a whole lot, because last night I was up pretty late. I was playing PGR, because I've been grinding that out recently, because of the upcoming DMC collab, and also the character that's on banner right now is just really cool. Lucia Pyrowath, if I'm saying that correctly. But by the time I was finished playing, Wuthering Waves 2.3 was already live, the servers were back up, so I got on and did some polls, but then I was like, I'll just save the rest of these for a video. So, this is that video. We are here now in the timeline where I'm going to do my Zani Pulls. And if I get lucky, and I do end up getting her and the weapon earlier than expected, then I will be going for Verdant Summit because Gion is another one of my favorite characters. Okay, cool. Oh boy. Let's see, can we knock some heads around with Zani? Right, 4-star. I actually didn't check the 4 stars on the banner. I don't know if there's any in particular that I'm after. I don't think so. Well, we'll have a look. Who's gonna pop up this time? I could really use another variation. Two variations, actually.
Working out.
Yombu, I have no use for that guy. Okay, there's Lumi, Tauchi, and... Okay, right. The most useless 4 stars to my account. I mean, to be honest, Yomu's the only one of value there, and I don't have Jinchi on my account, so... Okay. Perhaps we get, like an off-banner 4-star. Not sure if there's any sequences that I'm really after anymore, though. I'm kind of, relative... Oh, it's a shame. It's really variation copies that I'm after. Like, give me the variations, man. Okay, this should be Zani, right? Yep, okay. Here she is. Give me the goat. Give the goat. Alright, here it is. Zani. Hey. Her alarm clock is interesting. Her eyes are so pretty, dude.
All right.
Hello.
What's the first thing on today's to-do list?
Nice drink. God, she looks good. Awesome. Okay, we got Zani. Hell yeah. I think that's pretty much it, right? Yep, that is one Zani for us. And we should be able to get the weapon. I'm not actually sure how much pity I have. I'll just hope that we can get it sooner rather than later. Okay, that's a 4-star. Please, variation. Variation. It's the only 4-star weapon I care. Oh, Yang Yang. I was gonna say I'll take that, but I've already got her at S6, I believe. Would be nice to get an early. It would. Because I would like that Gion weapon. Worst case scenario, I'll just spend the rest of the pulls I get on over this patch for Gion's weapon. I do already have one for him, but I've got him on Jinchi's weapon, Aegis of Harvest, which I pulled back then because I didn't have Aegis, or sorry, Verdant. Okay. Blazing Justice. Come on. Please, Zani. Or, I suppose, Zani's big clock sword, in this case. I don't think we're gonna be getting any variations. Should only be... Alright, is it this one? Probably should have checked my pity. I would just skip this one. Yeah, not like I missed much. Okay, here we are. Here we are. Here we are. Come on. Hand it over. There it is. There it is. Blazing Justice. Awesome. We got the weapon, and we're left with a little bit of extra. Not like a ton extra, but enough extra for me to want to... Oh, well, I can buy this, which is nice. But we have enough extra for me to spend on some forging tides, so I'll at least see. That'll probably hurt the souls of anybody that probably would have rather saved that for wave bands, but yes, I'm a simpleton that spends them on pulls. Okay. Now, okay, getting Stringmaster is somewhat tempting because it's just such a good weapon. I don't need Varied Handle after getting Zani's weapon there. Rhyme Draped is just, I mean, it's good, but why get that when you get Stringmaster? And then Luminous I already have, so I think I'll just stick to Verdant Summit. As for these characters, I already have Phoebe, I have Shangli, and I have Jojo and Jian. It will only be Yinlin, but I'm gonna be real chief, I don't want Yinlin. So, I think I'm good in that regard. Okay, can we get perhaps an early Verdant Summit, or no? The potential there, oh, well, there you go. That's Gion related. It is a Gion adjacent pull, if you will. Got him more taffy. Very fitting. Okay, I don't think we're getting Verdant Summit, but that's fine, since I did manage to get, you know, the main course. What we're really after, if you will. Okay, very nice. Very, very nice. I believe that's pretty much everything. Modifier. I can get some of these, so that's nice, but otherwise that pretty much wraps up the main pulling. Let's take her out. Let us have a quick look at her. Okay, where is she? Where is she at? Where are you, Zani? There you are.
You're in good hands.
Hello. Her art's really nice, by the way. Look at the quality of that. That's very, very nice. I have to say. Wuthering Waves keeps improving with their art style, in my opinion. All right, here she is. Look at her go. Look at her go. Okay. So, I always really like little details on characters. I like that the back of her shoes have a coloration. That's nice. Especially because you're usually looking at the back of a character when you fight with them, so I appreciate little details like that. Okay, let's have a look at our menu here.
Anything I can help you with?
Hello. Let's scroll out here. What a pose. Here she is in the flesh, everybody. It is Zani. This is the character that we have all been waiting for quite some time. Okay. And then here she is with Blazing Justice, Darkness Breaker. Alrighty. And that is actually my first 5-star pair of gauntlets, but to be honest, it's not like I really have other gauntlet users that I intend to use regularly, so she's probably going to be the only user of that. And it's like Spectral Frazzle.
Have I become more productive?
Perhaps.
How am I supposed to act busy now?
You already are busy. Don't worry about it. You know, her model's incredible. She looks great. She absolutely looks great. Goodness, the sound design is crazy. Crazy sound design. Excellent. Absolutely excellent. We get to see her use Blazing Justice. Let's see. It's interesting that she's a main DPS in the end, but she ended up being a main DPS, considering that her ability, like, she looked like a shielder. But no, they did her justice. They did the character justice. The chair is so silly. In any case, I am of course wishing luck to everybody who's going to be pulling for Zani this time around. If you lost your 50-50, then I'm hoping you're able to get enough to pull for her before her banner ends. I believe in all Zani wanters. You shall all be Zani havers. Very, very exciting occasion. Very exciting occasion. Really cool. Definitely one of the coolest looking rinascita characters, in my opinion. Like, whenever they all came out, I think Carlotta was most definitely the design I liked the most, but Zani was there as the second best looking, in my opinion. She just looks really good, and the textures are just incredible. All in all, wishing you absolutely amazing luck if you're pulling for Zani this time around. If not and you're saving, then wishing you luck on saving and pulling for whoever it is that you do want. Guide shall be out soon. I'm going to spend some time building her now. And yeah, have a wonderful day, everyone, and good luck on your pulls.